2024 by This Day and Arise publishers. That sent great signals across Nigeria and beyond Nigeria, as he was described as a sinless man, a man who seemed not to be noticed. But this singular award, naming His Excellency the Governor of Delta State as the best governor of the year 2024, or if you like, one of the best governors of the year 2024, especially in fiscal discipline and infrastructural development of Delta State, has opened the eyes of the world to behold Delta State and what is happening right here in the state. To talk about this beautiful award backed by his governor, by RDA governor, is no other than the #1 policy advisor to His Excellency the Governor of Delta State. Is here to shed light on what actually prompted this beautiful award for not only His Excellency the Governor of Delta State, but for Deltans in general. And so we wanted to help us welcome to our studio Right Honorable Funke Keme Solomon, Senior Policy Advisor to the Governor. So good to have you, sir.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Good morning, Honorable. Welcome to Morning Right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Deltans.
All right, it's no longer news. Deltans are celebrating, Nigerians are celebrating, they're beginning to know exactly what is happening in Delta State and wanting to pay more attention to the achievements of His Excellency, the Governor, Right Honorable Francis Orowedo Oboriwori.
They have been doing with the resources available. So that is fiscal discipline. You know, waywardness, people who talk about borrowing money, is that is why the award becomes very billing of the function of the press. He has demonstrated his ability to manage the resources.
Okay.
You understand? Resources available, and that is very poignant, as it were. There are myriads of projects that you can allude to. Two principles. First and foremost, that there is policy consistency
Okay.
in Sheriff Oberewere as governor. On inauguration day, for example, he announced that he will bring back the lost glory of Warri and environs. And that is a policy. Policies are derived from the more agenda and pronouncement by the government. That pronouncement becomes a policy. And as a policy advisor, that is to monitor the policy. What did he do? He went ahead to live up to the billing of that policy pronouncement by bringing in Julius Berger to construct flyovers and road expansion in one environment. And another policy consistency is that he said is going to complete the projects that are ongoing. Government is a continuum in addition to new projects that we initiate. Now, that is why in Warri and environs, for example, Warri, Owe, Udu and environs, the
Water drainage projects.
Storm drain projects that he inherited from His Excellency Dr. Kowa is continuing at a very high speed, because the stability, the sustenance of infrastructure in that terrain has to do with drainage, and that was established. That was a proponent in a town hall meeting at the Federal Government College, Warri, when Dr. Kowa went to the town hall meeting, and they followed up that, and so we now have the storm drainage project. His Excellency Right Honorable Sheriff Oberewere is continuing with it because he knows that that is very important for the infrastructure, particularly road infrastructure in the Warri area and environment to be sustainable.
All right, and also congratulations to our governor, Right Honorable Sheriff Oberewere, being named Governor of the Year 2024. But then, what is the significance of this award to Delta State?
What the other thing is that they didn't make a mistake in voting for Sheriff Oberewere in the first place. That Oberewere has lived up to the promises he made to them, and that public officers should be conscious of the promises they make, and that Deltans are now lucky. They are happy. They are lucky to have a governor that is consistent with his conscience, that is consistent with the promises. Now, he promised that he's going to do more. In the more agenda, more meaningful development, opportunities for all, realistic reforms, and enhanced social security. Now, in all these platforms, more meaningful development, you will see it as development is progressing steadily in almost all sectors. Is it in health? Is it in education? Is it in road infrastructure? Is it in housing? It's going consistently. Then opportunity for all is that you are provided entrepreneurship, where you Delta Care program, you are continuing with the programs that inherited, job creation. These are opportunities for all. Everybody is as all. Everybody is as opportunities to not just those who are in political appointment. You know that they are benefiting. Everybody, all startups are benefiting. Is it scholarship? Is it bursary? So all those are that's consistency. Then of course reforms in areas where we think that we should improve on. That is also going on. And then of course enhance peace and security.
Okay.
For 19 months, we've not had any major security breakdown. Which even in the Warri area was known for volatility.
Yeah.
It will have a peaceful Xmas, peaceful New Year. And then, of course, peace and security is giving so much attention, is support for the security agencies in terms of security architecture.
Okay.
Okay? And so what we are witnessing is that we are witnessing a government that's peaceful. And that has helped. No government can develop without peace. And so the development is going on, and even the way he handled the Coma crisis, it shows that it's at home with what he has planned to do. So the more agenda is both an acronym, more, we'll do more. Okay? Then of course it's now Sheriff Marshall Plan. Sheriff Plan for enhanced sustainable development. And so the award it has come out as a very good time. The award is not frivolous, it's not praise singing, it is actual.
Fiscal responsibility. We'll recall that in the year 2023, the state governor awarded a project worth 78 billion naira to Julius Berger. This is amongst other projects that have been ongoing in the state since 2023 when he assumed office as the #1 citizen. Yeah. Now, for this award to come, award for best governor for fiscal discipline and Lence's financial discipline, how is he able to manage the state's resources with that? And we hear things like borrowing.
Yes.
What is really different? What's particular about his excellence?
This is character of a prudent leader.
Governor, considering the economic challenges we have in the country and not borrowing money to fund these huge projects in Delta State, how sustainable will it be? Will the governor be able to achieve his goals and fulfill his promises to Deltans that I will complete all inherited projects and I will start new projects in Delta State? Do you think it's possible for the governor to continue with the way he has started?
Yes, because it's possible. Because there's peace in the Riverine area. So those sources of revenue are boosted. Now, there are a lot of ongoing projects in Delta North. As of today, ongoing projects are much in Delta North. Okay, and it's all over the state, not just one place. Okay, and you find out that the projects in the Warri area, Warri is not the Delta Central, Warri is Delta South.
Yeah.
Okay, there are projects in every corner that are ongoing, including even in the Riverine areas. There are projects going on. So I think it's the entire state. He says that is governor for all. Okay, and it's approaching it systematically, and there's no cause for alarm. That every part of the state will be finished.
Okay. The governor dedicated this award to the people of Delta State. Now, do you think that his programs and policies have indeed directly impacted on the people of Delta State?
Yeah, Delta. So you know that they have impacted on you, even you.
I'm just one person. I can't speak for the entire people.
Everyone.
I've explained to you, for example, DCARES, for example. That is a program where almost every constituency is touched. Okay? the infrastructure that we're doing now is road infrastructure. That's transportation. The primary health centers that were recently approved for renovation
Okay.
across the state is people.
Okay.
Okay, I personally, just last week, enrolled 182 indigent people into the contributory scheme, where I paid, and they're going to have free health treatment. So it's the people. In fact, it's like I made a comment, when he dedicated an award rightly to the people who gave him the mandate
Okay.
in the first place before he became governor. But the people are happy. Almost every sector is touched. The civil servants, for example.
Going on inspection, project inspection. What would you say of a governor like Right Honorable Sheriff Oborewori doing that at this point in time when maybe?
Of course, we had several. Now he's working under the more agenda,
Okay.
and he promised that he could do more.
Okay.
More means that he could do more ordinarily, like
Okay.
ordinary language. Say won't do more for us.
Okay.
And so if you can't do more without quality
Okay.
of service delivery, and it involves monitoring. This is the Dubai model. Dubai model is that the head of state, the head of government is involved directly in project monitoring, evaluation, monitoring, evaluation, monitoring. Without these two things, no job can be done. Any project, any job left unchecked, unmonitored, cannot be done. I'm saying that it's no longer business as usual. That you must be a contractor, have responsibility, that is of a contractor of conscience. A contractor of conscience. And that you must align with the agenda of the sheriff, delivering services as is expected to the people. And so if you cannot cope, you fall by the wayside.
Okay. When we look at the projects that is being executed in Delta State, most of
Okay.
for now.
It will shift to other
So
sectors.
that's okay.
But of course, you know that. I just mentioned the health sector, for example, that the Nigerian Governors Forum, for example, awarded this state $400,000 award for our success in health sector. You understand? Education, for example, we have expanded it. Look at Azora, for example, we have changed the title because it restricts. These are new developments. This state already have four universities.
Okay.
As we are going to add things that and expanding the opportunity for all. So you are trying to reduce, try to make it available for everybody by extending the campuses across the state.
How about security in Delta State?
Security is so good. I just mentioned it. First, is support to security agencies, security architecture, providing the things that are enabling them to function. Okay? And then, of course, the welfare of security. And then, timely intervention, early warning signal. There are platforms, there is a council on people resolution. So, these people are working together. And of course, you know that's the reason why you can find. And of course, the people are happy with the government. As long as people are happy with the government, they are not likely to create problems.
Okay. Now, for the Delta State workers who are celebrating and still basking in the euphoria of the implementation of the new national minimum wage, what would be your take on that? His Excellency,
Basic
Various.
government, and is discharging those the functions clearly by taking care of the workforce. When it came, you understand?
Yeah.
So it's interested in the welfare of the workforce, knowing that the implementers of policies are the civil servants.
All right. So we equally had issues with retirees.
You've not borrowed in 18 months, but you've been able to clear 200 billion naira debt stock. How do you manage?
Cash on.
How is this administration managing really?
Resources are available.
Resources
Resources
available.
are available.
Yes, and
And I've asked before what's changed.
Eh?
And I've asked before
And
what really
I
changed.
said there's a subsidy removal
Yeah.
that has
So
increased.
Delta gained from this
Of
number
course,
of
we are all
subsidy.
producing community, all producing state.
Okay.
There's also a revamped IGR and other sources for investments and all.
Okay.
is a God-sent governor
Okay.
who is genuinely interested, who is morally upright, who is genuinely interested in advancing Delta.
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that Delta is an oil-producing state. And let's talk about the communities where oil exploration takes place. Are these communities feeling the dividends of democracy? You said Delta State they're getting resources, they're getting funds from the removal of petrol subsidy because of oil-producing state. The communities that produce this oil, do they feel the impact of Governor Boriwari's policy and his programs as well?
Through the instrumentality
Okay.
of the SOPAD.
The SOPAD.
Okay. Okay.
What do they do for these communities, really?
Of
What
course,
have
the
they done for these communities?
needs assessment. Unless you do a survey, you will know
Okay.
whether have you not had any uprising in any community. It means that everything is being done as should be done.
Okay. You have spoken so well about the administration of Governor Sheriff Oborewori in Delta State. This is a new year, 2025, and this is just the beginning, January. Where does Delta stand to be in infrastructural development by the end of this year and by the...
Of course, we don't need to campaign.
Okay.
We don't need to campaign to Delta because every sector, everywhere, every corner will have something to point at. And I believe that it's a determined government interested in the welfare of the people, okay, security of the people in all the sectors, education, health, infrastructure. Of course, you know that now, and like I said, it's also consistent, but consistency means that if you say this, you do it, okay, it's going to complete ongoing projects he met and initiate new ones.
Okay.
The Asaba Ogele organization is ongoing very well.
That has been
By
ongoing
in the
for
next,
years.
I believe that, yes, for years,
Yes.
because it's a complex project. It's not a tea party. But I'm very clear, I'm happy that it got it right, okay? And that project will be completed before the end of this first term. And that tells you that if you go to Wori now, for example, from where to Wori now, about 2 hours travel time. And then, of course, in terms of insecurity, will be reduced because, of course, when the roads are good, insecurity will reduce.
All right. As the governor continues to work on fulfilling his promises and building on his achievements, what is expected of Deltans? If you're to speak to Deltans now, what would be your words to Deltans? What should they do as the governor continues to work and build on his achievements?
Okay, that's fair. First and foremost, nobody changes a winning team. This is winning. This team is winning clearly.
Okay.
A critical media outfit like This Day and Arise to have awarded him Governor of the Year in infrastructure and physical discipline. Physical discipline is the most important thing because without physical discipline, there can be no development, there can be no infrastructure, there can be no health and education. That's the basic. But if money is not properly managed, you can't feel it. I mean, so that's the issue of value for money. Okay, so Deltans must know that it is only when the governor is doing well, follow the governor, pray for him, support him and I call
His Excellency in all of this project implementation and fiscal discipline. What would be your word to government officials?
yes. So my colleagues or officials of government, they should key into the transparency agenda of the government and the issue of service delivery. That service delivery must be timely, must be timeless, and of course must be dependable, must follow due process, but must produce the expected results in a timely manner. Okay, and then to ensure that the clients are satisfied, their directors are satisfied with the services, because everybody who is serving on behalf of the governor, and therefore must be conscious of that fact, and therefore do what ought to be done rightly, appropriately, and of course timelessly.
All right. Great words there spoken by the senior policy advisor to His Excellency, the Governor of Delta State, Right Honorable Funke Keme Solomon. He shed light on the development efforts of Governor Sheriff Oborewori with us this morning, and I'm so proud to be a Deltan more than ever before with this beautiful award and this explanation of how His Excellency Governor Sheriff Oborevori has been administering Delta State, and to even imagine that he has not borrowed a dime from any financial institution, and this has given. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Let us see me shaking before now.
Okay. The ride continues shortly.
How the journey of democracy. Little do we know that we are 25th year of grooming Democrats. And we have built a state who was underrated, like I said, in Akwa Ibom, who is blazing the trail and trumping Akpabio. Quietly, quiet, and he has allowed him to shine. He is also building infrastructure, and they are using oil money to transform Akwa Ibom across board. And of course, you have our very quiet but effective governor of Lagos State, who is building infrastructure, building roads, makes no noise, humble, and just takes it easy. Takes it very easy. The red line, the rail line, the Fort Mainland Bridge, the rebuilding of Lekki axis. He's done well. So we find it difficult to select one. So we have selected all as our Governor of the Year. Present the award with our minister.
Governors of Delta State, Akwa Ibom State, Lagos State,
Very difficult.
and Kaduna State. Ladies and gentlemen, governors
They
of
are
the
all
year.
governors, a governor for infrastructure, a governor for peace, a governor for financial management. Game changer. Yeah. We don't give away that. Can the governors please come on stage? And they should be properly supported. Thank you very much. Governors, yes. You have
All right. Thank you, guys.
congratulations, Your Excellency.
We would like the four governors to take a step forward, and of course, the team of well-wishers to please take a step backwards.
Please, only the governors in front. Only the governors in front, please. The rest, can you step back? Can you step back to make room for governors be in front? Let the governors be in front.
Can
Let
you
the-
guys please step back? Only the governors and Chief Ayoko in front.
Yes,
Please,
please, let's
let
have
the
the
four
governors in
governors, the
front,
minister and Chief Ayoko in
and
front.
the well-wishers step back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Step back a little, sir. Yes. Step back.
Only the four governors. Please bring the trophies.
They are here,
Bring the
right here.
trophies.
Right.
Visiting Kaduna in recent times, but from all the reports that reach me, I would like to wish him continued success. And then, Governor of Delta State, I've heard so much about your activities. And I had the pleasure of speaking with you on the telephone.
Are you using your glasses? Welcome back to the concluding part of Wednesday's edition of Morning Right, right here on Delta Television, the People's Pride. And Meshach Oza is still in the studio with us, and it's time for us to go through our headlines and analyze some of them. Engineer Meshach, welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's look at the major headline on the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. The major headline says, Confab, how to make 2027 polls credible. The riders. Rigging plans already unfolding. Rigging plans already unfolding since Tambuwal. PDP conducted worst elections, says APC. Engineer Meshach.
Well, it's not out of place. I'm very disappointed with that kind of leadership we see in this country. That instead of working, they are more concerned. This is 2023, 2024.
2025.
I'm coming at 2024. They were already campaigning for 2027.
Yes.
And this is 2025. All their projections. It's just not about statesmanship, not about leadership, not about working for the people that have elected you. It's about the next election. Their plans for the next. That means they have not really come to serve the people.
So you agree with Tambuwal that says rigging plans has already started?
I'm more
in
than agree.
2025?
I more than agree with him.
Do you
The
think-
rigging plan has long started. It started immediately they won the last election.
You don't think INEC has learned their lessons and they will do
INEC
better
has,
in 2027?
INEC has not learned their lessons. INEC will never learn a lesson until people are held accountable, until people are sent to jail.
We're still talking about politics. Last APC over poor leadership. Page 16. 2027. There is an agenda to destroy opposition parties. El-Rufai claims.
Well,
So is there something that Tambuwal and El-Rufai are they
now
plans that
it is
know
not
of?
about it's what you and I even know. It's a Nigerian.
Top, headline this morning, a particular topic, 2027, federal government inducing opposition parties with 50 million naira each, Atiku alleges.
That is not. It's equally the truth, because in as much as it's not verified, but I think it's just like understanding from the perspective of a former player. Is speaking from that perspective. Now, the inducement is something that is not out of place because our democracy is premised on money politics. And when you allow money to play a major role in your politics, this is the kind of leadership that that emanates from such. And I think the 50 million that he has said, to a large extent, Nigerians should believe, because in Nigeria, you believe this, you believe anything, and that is just the truth. Our politicians have been very unfaithful in terms of their manifesto and campaign promises. They have failed us, and majority of them have failed us, although we have some that are still good. So what Atiku has said is what is happening, is to build.
They will make gain.
They will get.
Says INEC. The writer says funding remains federal government sovereign responsibility. Development partners provide.
Like he said, maybe to hold town hall meetings, to hold advocacy meetings, to liaise with the people and all that. That is the kind of thing they fund. They can use their money to election monitorers, to put them, to engage them in discussion panels and all that.
PDP witness tells tribunal. That's on page 13 of the Vanguard.
You know, the Edo election polls is panning out to be a very, very good, because the facts, for the first time yesterday, the defense lawyers were overwhelmed with the evidences that were available from the prosecution, the key prosecution witness of evidences so already projected in the court of law. It's looking like a stolen mandate from the APC, and the APC, they are threatening right now, and PDP might get back their mandate through the law courts if no form of intimidation from above.
Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see how it plays out. Thank you so much, Engineer Meshach, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Last words before I let you leave.
Well, it's a beautiful Wednesday. Like I always say, there's still hope for this country. Let's pray for a good leadership. leading on to 2027. But it's still very early for them to be campaigning. And there's still so much work to be done. Just 2 years, they're getting into 2 years of this government, and campaigning at this time, it's very sensitive to the pains of the people.
All right, thank you so much, Engineer Mesha.
Always a pleasure.
And that wraps up Wednesday's edition of Money Right. On behalf of the producer, Onome Eyaiwe, and the entire production team, we thank you so much. For it's clear that Delta State is on an inspiring path of growth and development under this administration. So let's continue to pray for Delta State, and let's continue to support Governor Sheriff Oborowori. Once again, thank you so much for joining us, and have a wonderful day. I am Blessing Usiabada. Goodbye for now.
The governor, Sani, is doing extremely well, particularly in the area of security. And so I would like to wish him continued success. Governor Eno, he looked after us extremely well, and I could see for myself the transformation that he was bringing to Akwa Ibom. So I have the greatest pleasure in presenting this award to you, Governor Eno. Thank you. Congratulations.
All right. I believe we're going to hear from our governors now.
Yes.
Recipients for Governor of the Year.
Yes. And so it's a privilege to host those governors, and we still have a category, game changers, which the Governor of Lagos.
Stay with us. Yes.
Okay. So that will be presented at a later stage. But let us have a round of applause for these governors for advancing democracy one step at a time. One step at a time.
Thank you very much.
And they will
and the real dividend of democracy, which will continue to serve you, will not stop. We'll give you everything twice as fast, twice as more, twice as better. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Please, on behalf of esteemed distinguished guests, it's a recognition of our modest efforts in advancing data through our more agenda. I dedicate this award to God Almighty and to the good people of Delta State. Once again, congratulations this day, and God bless. God bless Delta State. God bless Nigeria as we continue to work together in harmony and unity. Thank you.
All protocol duly observed.